one of the originators of new hit country, the man who has multi-platinum success, a frequent chart topper, and I've got to tell you, John Michael, you're the guy that sings some of my all-time favorite country songs. Country crooner John Michael Montgomery, bless you, brother, and thanks for joining in.
Thank you. I appreciate that. How you doing today?
I'm excited. I'll tell you, my stomach's been a flutter ever since I found out I was going to get a chance to talk to you.
Thank you.
Now, you got a couple of shows. We are so happy to have you coming up into the area. It's not often we get the pleasure of seeing you live. So how does it feel to be back out on the road again, John Michael Montgomery?
Oh, it feels great. You know, I've been touring more this year and a half, probably in 10 years, and, you know, it's been a while since I've been up in the Maine area up there, so I'm looking forward to getting up that way.
Let me ask you a question. Now, you've had a lot of ups and downs over the past few years, health-wise. How are you feeling these days?
I feel really terrific. You know, I've healed up from all the surgeries and the wounds I've managed to incur over the last few years, and so you know, everything's going good. You know, my golf game's coming around, and you know, so life is pretty good right now.
Oh, that's great. I'm so happy to hear that. Now, you get your own record label. Are you working on some new music for us?
Yeah, you know, I put out an album a couple of years ago when I first started it. Stringtown Records is the name of the label, and you know, it's a little personal venture. You know, and I put out an album called Time Flies because it's, you know, after 18 years on the road, I mean, it kind of feels that way, you know.
I bet.
And it was a pretty good album, and but mainly I opened it up to, you know, be able to maybe produce some other new acts, you know, on it down the road and give somebody else an opportunity to, you know, have their dream come true like mine did back in 1992. And, you know, I actually started a company called MontgomeryMixPro.com.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And what it is it basically lets people who are not able to, you know, go to Nashville, and or even if they did, they're kind of lost, you know. They got songs in their pocket, or they're writers, or they're singers, and if they were like I was back in the late 80s, you know, you really just don't know who to trust or where to go, and what this does is it actually lets you get online. You know, if you're a songwriter and you have a song, or you're a singer and you like to sing songs, and you want to have say, a demo made up, you can send in, you know, just a track of your voice and a guitar acoustic, and we'll either mix that for you, or add piano, fiddle, steel, all that stuff to your tracks, and send it back to you over line, you know, and of course, in that whole time, I'm looking for new talent, you know, that's may send in a great song, or may have a great voice, and so it's kind of a talent search thing for me to use also, and but it opens up a little window, you know, for people who are not, who may be a little bit intimidated, or, you know, just want to be connected with Nashville, and get their songs heard, or get their voice heard, but don't know who to trust. And so it's going to be a fun venture for me, and hopefully between the Stringtown label and Montgomery Mix Pro, I'll be able to you know, find somebody out there that I feel like has a chance to make it.
Well, now, that's a wonderful idea. Like you say, it's going to help the record label, but it's also going to give people a chance to get their music heard and sort of navigate through all of that music business that a lot of us don't really understand. We don't know how it works. Now, let me have that address again. What is that address for people to send in their music?
Well, it's MontgomeryMixPro.com, and, you know, basically what we'll do is if you've got a song, or if you got people sit around and they'll sing to, you know, nowadays you can make your own tracks up on a laptop. Let's say you're a really good songwriter and you want to get your songs tracked up and demoed up to maybe be heard by another artist, and you also want to get them copywritten. Well, you send them to MontgomeryMixPro.com. You send it over, you know, all you do is pull it up, download the tracks, or upload the tracks up onto MontgomeryMixPro.com, and we basically do the rest for you.
Wow, that's great.
And, you know, we'll take care of it. Some people would go to Nashville and maybe get one song demoed up, and they may be charged, you know, $1,500, $2,000.
Wow.
So,
Ooh.
and what we do is, if you've got, like a couple of tracks, we actually, for $99, will give you up to 12 tracks that we will actually, demo up your song for.
That is an amazing deal that you are offering up-and-coming songwriters and musicians. I don't see how they can turn something like that down. I think that's a wonderful thing that you're doing. And like you said, back when you debuted back in '92, we didn't have all of the great technical advances that we have today. So it is a whole lot easier to get online and do what you need to do. So we do appreciate that. Now, while we're talking about new hit country and how you're looking for some new acts, John Michael, who are your favorite new hit country acts? Who do you like to listen to on the radio these days?
Well, it's probably for me. I think the Zac Brown Band's pretty neat. I think they're kind of throwbacks, and kind of reminds me of back in my '70s and '80s days of growing up.
Yes, I hear you.
They're just kind of cool. I don't know what it is. There's something really cool about them. On the female side, it's really tough. I definitely do like Miranda Lambert. I've always felt like she, I liked her voice a lot. I like the kind of music she sings and stuff. And
yeah, she's a little edgy, and she gets across really well. We're going to get a chance to see her in the area too. But enough about the other artists. Let's get back to you. And the fact that you have sung some of my all-time favorite country songs, I have to tell you. And the ones that I like best weren't necessarily the number one songs. I'm thinking of Cover You in Kisses, Rope the Moon, some beautiful songs, man. I'll tell you, I really appreciate some of the music that you've put out over the years. And you just have that romantic sound to your voice. I don't know how else to say it, but it really speaks to me, and I'm sure a lot of other women feel that way too. How do you feel about being tagged as a country crooner?
You know what? I'll take whatever I can get. Back when I was playing the nightclubs back in the '80s, somebody told me I would have been in the position I am now. Being able to have the hits that I've been fortunate to have, and in 18 years on the road. I was playing 5 nights a week for $150 a week. So,
wow.
So I'm like, I got very fortunate and got discovered, playing a nightclub, and it was a blessing in disguise for me to, because like when I cut Life's a Dance, I think my biggest fear was that was going to be my, first and last hit and first and last album, because, as any artist, when you get a record deal, it doesn't always mean you're going to have hits, and then it doesn't always mean it's going to last for a long time either. So, I'm, all I wanted to do was at least have some longevity in the business, and to be able to go out there and get on stage and sing and make a living at it.